Updated August 8, 2018, 15 hours 40 minutes and 32 seconds. 2 years ago, women's 15A-side rugby union was on life support in Australia. Women's sevens was thriving. Australia had just one gold at Rio, but the traditional game was suffering. Rugby Australia (RA) had lost its major sponsor for the Men's National Rugby Championship because it had not bothered to fund an equivalent women's competition. Fast forward to 2018, Season 1 of the Super W has been run and won and declared a success. Australia will play a Bledisloe Cup doubleheader with New Zealand next weekend in Sydney, and RA will put forward a bid to host the 2021 Women's Rugby World Cup on Friday. What a turnaround! RA is vying to host the Women's World Cup for the first time in the Southern Hemisphere. It has chosen Newcastle and the surrounding Hunter region to host the event. Chief Executive Raylene Castle said Newcastle was a popular breeding ground for female rugby players. There are currently over 60,000 women and girls playing rugby in Australia, with a third of those playing rugby in New South Wales, and Newcastle and the Hunter region is home to the largest concentration of female rugby players in New South Wales. She said, "It's a credit to Rugby Australia, the work that they've done to ensure that the 15s game has the focus it deserves." Next week's match against New Zealand will be the first time the Wallaroos will receive test match payments and squad assembly fees to help offset the time taken away from work and family in order to represent their country. At the 2017 World Cup, they played for free. The Wallaroos have not played on home soil since 2008. In fact, the team has only ever played 50 tests together. Grace Hamilton, a squad member of the Australian national women's team, the Wallaroos, thought a career in rugby union was unachievable. But she had been encouraged by RA's recent efforts to improve funding the women's game, which reflected the resilience of the players. "It's a credit to all the girls who stuck with the sport. It was in dire straits, but to see how much exposure we have now and the level we get to play it week in, week out, it's just going to strengthen the sport in Australia," Hamilton said. Castle said she hoped every touring nation to Australia in men's rugby union would soon bring its women's team too. "That makes sense from a practical point of view, the fact that you would turn all future rugby tests into doubleheaders," she said. "There is no doubt every Tier 1 nation has an established and developed women's program, and that's certainly an evolution I'd like to see in the future." Topics: Sport, Rugby Union, Newcastle 2300, Sydney 2000, New South Wales, Australia. First posted August 8, 2018, 15 hours 29 minutes and 35 seconds.